afternoon, folks. How are y'all doing? Welcome to another edition of what I like to call SPECTRE Speaks. Today, I want to talk to you for a little bit about something that's a little personal. Why I chose to do a series based off the Mass Effect trilogy. Now, keep in mind, I did a video a couple years ago about the process of bringing the trilogy to the small screen, i.e. the series I did back then, which I was doing on an old Walmart laptop. So what I'm doing now with the William Shepard Chronicle is basically an update, but it's one I'm really enjoying doing. But I wanted to go in depth, give y'all a little, what I like to call heart to heart about what made me decide to do the content that I do here on YouTube with the Mass Effect trilogy. And it all goes back to a certain date. That date is May 25th, 1977. What was May 25th, 1977? That was the opening day for the very first Star Wars film. When that movie first came out in theaters, my father, he took me to see that movie at a drive-in theater in Clarksdale, Mississippi. I was 2 years old at the time. But it has made me the science fiction fan that I am to this day. And since seeing that film together in theaters, he and I have seen every Star Wars film to come out in theaters together, save for one, and that was Solo: A Star Wars Story. I had moved out of the area where he lives at, and he was actually on a job in Texas at the time, so we couldn't get around to it. Tradition broken, but we'll be seeing Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. I can almost guarantee that. But ever since then, I have been an enormous fan of science fiction. Star Wars, Star Trek, Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, Flash Gordon. Hell, even the original, by the way, Battlestar Galactica. I loved the original Galactica. I used to love those series. Even the Star Trek films were some of my all-time favorites. And you'll notice in the William Shepard Chronicle, the opening that I did, the music was from Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home, one of my favorite Star Trek films. But as time goes by, sci-fi evolves. And some of the best sci-fi stories have been in gaming in recent years. I would say since the early part of the 2000s. Starting with Halo, for example, Gears of War when it came out, and, of course, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. An excellent game from a terrific studio in BioWare. I knew they had potential to do something incredible in the sci-fi genre, and they did when they came out with the first Mass Effect. But over the years, I had been seeing fan castings of a potential Mass Effect movie. And actually, Legendary Pictures has purchased the rights for a Mass Effect film, which nothing has come of it. It's been in development limbo for God knows how long. But being the fan that I was of Mass Effect, my thought was, it's going to be impossible, I mean literally impossible, to pack that much content into a 2, maybe 2.5 hour movie. But my thought was, a TV series would be perfect. Now, I'm not much of a pitch man. So I knew the idea of me personally pitching the idea of a TV series to any kind of network, even Sci-Fi Channel, was going to be slim to none. So I figured, I've got the games. I can download a program to record the game footage. Why not do it myself? And so that's where the idea of doing Mass Effect on YouTube as a TV series came from. Now, when I did my first series, the Alexa Shepard series, which started about 3 years ago, I was on a laptop that I had bought from Walmart. Yeah. And the only reason I was using Bandicam for that one was the fact that it gave me less of an FPS hit than OBS on the resources that I had. Not a problem now, as I'm doing all my videos now in OBS. But all in all, I'm happy with the way the original series came out. And when I went into Mass Effect 2, into the suicide mission, I wanted to do something really special, which is where the flashback montage came from. Well, to make a long story short, the idea for Spectre Studio, for me doing this, these Mass Effect series came from the fact that I wanted to spread my love of sci-fi, which came from my father taking me to see Star Wars at a young age. I wanted to take that love of sci-fi and spread it out. Show my passion for the genre. And I hope I've been able to do that. As always, folks, from me to you, keep on being awesome. Have a blessed day. And of course, I'll see ya when I see ya.